All right, everybody on Salsanerds TV. Here we are with Jessica Albino from excuse me, ay Dios mío. I came over here to her school right here over here in the hood, como ella dice, but it's not really the hood, everybody. It's actually a nice place, as you guys are gonna see. This is a very nice place, and everybody was very homey. I really liked the ambiance. It was great. I had a great time, and now I want to be a part of it too. So you guys can probably see more of her in Salsanerds TV. So how are you, Jessica?
I'm doing great, thank you.
I thought this was a great class. I was impressed, but I wanna do a little backstory to you because you're from Chicago,
Yes.
right? Woo!
Yes.
So
Shouts out.
that's right. And but where did you start to learn bomba?
I learned bomba at the Segundo Ruiz Belvis Cultural Center in Chicago when it was located at Milwaukee North and Damon. My family was heavily involved into the happenings of the cultural center, and at that time my parents, who is my stepfather and my mom, because I have two sets of parents, they were both studying at Northeastern Illinois University, and he took us to Ruiz Belvis one day, and we went there for a show, and I believe that El Ballet Folklórico Yucayeque was performing. I was very young, and then several years later, while they were in college, my mom took me back, and I saw another show that a gentleman by the name of Jose Hernandez was choreographing for an ensemble he had there. So I saw a painting on the wall when we were walking through the cultural center, and it was of Silvia del Villar, and I fell in love with her, and I didn't quite understand what I was looking at and who she was, but I just knew that in all her beautiful brownness that I was captivated, and I wanted to learn more.
Nice.
My family put me in plena, and then after that, a group of the board members from the Ruiz Belvis Cultural Center, along with Eli Samuel Rodriguez, and Evaristo Tito Rodriguez, decided to start
That's the man.
Grupo Yuba.
So you started. How old were you when you started bomba?
I was 13, turning 14 when I started.
Okay.
I didn't really take to it until the latter part of my 14th year into my quince.
Okay, and I came into bomba. Basically, I'm still, relatively new, I guess. And I joined, I didn't join, but I was part of being, a consumer, I guess, to Africa Caribe. When I used to bring my dance team, and that's. But so, were you ever a part of that of the Africa Caribe family over there, or?
No, I wasn't a part of the Africa Caribe ensemble that Tito has. However, Tito was my teacher for a very long time while I was in Grupo Yuba, and he taught me my first steps. He taught me how to respect in bomba. He taught me about the instruments, and he taught me how to move my skirt, believe it or not.
And he's a cool guy. People don't know. He's really cool and fun, and he
Love
makes
you
you.
guys.
Yeah. Shout out over there, I'm so happy for that place because I think that it's such a service to community. I always, I try to tell them everyone, or I type to them, hey, you're doing great for the community because I think that's important. Yes, it's important. What he's doing is great. So being in this and bomba, but when did you spring off for your own thing?
For my own
Yeah,
thing.
yes.
I just I recently, earlier this year, in 2014, around March of 2014, I started to really feel the need to branch out. I've been a part of a couple of groups in Bomba. The first one was with Inaru in Chicago, Inaru Chi-Town Mujeres de Bomba. And then when I came here, I connected with Gregorio Macho Allende.
May he rest in peace.
Yes, may he rest in peace. He just passed a few weeks ago. And he had his own project, Nostalgia Amarilla. And I was very honored to be a part of that project. It was a very independent project, a very private project. And we had talks. I wanted to make sure that I did things right, and consulted with him and let him know what my plans were, as he had fallen ill, and we didn't know what was going to happen next with him. He gave me his blessing and lent me his drum, and that's how it all started.
Yeah.
I decided to start Bomba Body for the vision. I connected with Taproot Cultural Center here in West Tampa, and we decided that we were going to give Bomba a shot here because really there's no one here in Tampa building community. And so my vision for Bomba Body was to make sure that it was going to be a compiled and organized format where people could build community, where we could start getting the word out, to different organizations here and implementing programs, trying to incorporate the dance as part of therapy for teenagers in need and for children in need who have a lot of emotional difficulty and economic difficulties. Also for the families too. We're working with pregnant women and teenagers. Is your plan is to be grassroots, kind of like Africa Caribe? I think they're more grassroots. Is that your plan, to be more for the people, like easier? Yes, I'm definitely. I'm building community. That is my goal. That's my vision. I want people to come here and to feel what I felt growing up in Chicago.
What's your long-term goal?
My long-term goal, I'm still working on that. I think.
What do you envision for the future, though?
I envision having a group. I envision working with my friends and my family that I really love. A lot of people know that I have a ton of favorites, and I'm looking to connect with those people on another level besides friendship. I definitely want to see a lot of classes happening here in the schools. I want to be able to take Bomba Body to high schools and to different organizations so that they can feel what I feel. So that they understand more about our culture, because for me history is very important. I'm still a student myself and I'm still learning. I don't know everything about Bomba, but my goal is to have the knowledge so that I can bring it forth and work with other people.
Is community for you something that has to do with also kids, especially teenagers? Do you feel that's...
Yes. I feel that my experience in Bomba, and especially with Ruth Belvis, I came to it when I was a teenager. I knew a little bit more about what I wanted in my life, and I guess that's where you start trying to find your identity. And I grew up kind of in a rough area and in a not so rough area. So I was confused between two different worlds of doing good and facing the bad. So I want to make sure that here in Tampa we're offering that to kids and especially teenagers, because they're in that era right now of discovering themselves, and they're facing many challenges out there to this day. So I just want to provide a little place for them to come and be free and get to know about music, and who knows what that will produce.
No, I honestly think that, I come from a background that I taught teenagers myself, and, I see them now as they're now adults, and I'm so proud of all of them, and they've gone such a, they've become successful, and they're becoming successful at what they do in their college, and, some of them have won Queens, and, it's great, and, but you see the influence that, it's not about me, it's about just influencing them so they could tap it into something, and even if it's not that they don't go into drumming, they
They can sing and
yeah,
dance.
not only that, but I think also it helps with their confidence.
Yes,
And building confidence, and that's
self-esteem.
right. Being a part of something that's positive instead of
Yes.
something, like a gang or something, or just stupid things. But yeah, I am so I love what you're doing. I love you, and I like your dream, and that's why I want to share it to the world, because I want people to support you like I want to support you.
Thank you.
So I want you to plug yourself right now.
Okay.
We have 4 minutes.
Okay.
So I want you to plug anything that you're in the future, tomorrow, whatever, near and in the distance out there. So go ahead and.
Yes, on Wednesday nights at 7, and we also have them on Saturday at 3 o'clock.
And that's in this location.
Yes, and we're here at the Taproot Dance Studio, which is at 1917 North Howard. It's on the corner of Howard and Spruce. You can take the 275 to the Howard exit, which is going towards the airport, and then exit north on Howard, and we're right up the street.
Yeah.
There's parking in the
back and in the front too.
And the front too. But you could definitely come back. Bring a water bottle if you're
Yes.
gonna come. I'm having sessions right now going through November, and then we still are gonna keep going through December. And depending on how these classes go, we're getting ready to move into a more intermediate type style format, so that we can start teaching more skirt techniques, and so that the guys as well can learn a little bit more figura y más movimiento, más paso, so that they can further develop in Bomba too.
It's gonna be fun, because I know that you're getting started, but it's gonna be fun. I did an interview with Sonia, and then one time and then I did one just now for 2 years ago.
I love you, Sonia.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to make
Sonia's
it, but I
cool,
love
yeah.
you. I do.
No, and what I did was I did an interview 2 years ago, and when she got started, the studio was kind of like, and now when she's done with the studio, but it's really cool to see 2 years later and how the success was. I'm not gonna wait 2 years to interview you again, but it's gonna be nice to see you progress. So, is there anything else you want to plug?
Yes, there's also the Festival de Bomba y Plena in Tampa, and it's going to happen at...
That's the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah, St. Joseph's Catholic Church, and it's right here on Cherry in West Tampa. Just look it up on your GPS. I don't have the address right now, but
Okay.
you can look it up there, and it's going to be on a Sunday, so it'll start at 11 a.m., and it's going to go through till about 6 or 7 p.m.
Okay.
We also have Renacer Borincano from Jacksonville coming down, and we also have performing the director from Desde Cero, which is Rafael Maya,
Okay.
and we also have Pablo Rivera, who is a doctor, and he's very knowledgeable in bomba and a lot of other studies as well.
Okay.
And he's with Restauración Cultural, and they both have formed Proyecto Unión.
Okay.
So Proyecto Unión is going to present Los Bomberos y Bomberas de la Florida.
Okay.
It's a collaborative effort between people who live here in Tampa and people who live in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And also we're going to have Bomba Body perform as well. The kids are going to come out and dance for you and have a really good time. So for now, that's what I got going on. I also want to put in a little plug in there too for Grupo Balance. That grupo belongs to Maestro Ángel Balance Reyes out of Orlando.
Right on.
And that's also a collaborative effort. We're working with really, really knowledgeable people. And we have Rafael Maya from Desde Cero, Dr. Pablo Rivera from Restauración Cultural. And then we also have Bomba Body dancers, which are the kids. And we've invited a lot of people to come up. We have Charlie Rivas from Zona de Bomba and Johnny Frias. So Zona de Bomba is going to be in Tampa.
Nice, nice.
And then we're going to work that day and put on a great show. Also too, Los Pleneros de la Cresta are going to be here in Tampa. And we have our very own Al Son de Plena and some other Plena groups that are going to be participating. And we're just having everybody come in from all over the state and out of town to come and support us and be here.
So it's going to be a heck of a shindig.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, it's going to be, it's also a fundraiser looking for patrons and for people to come and be supportive of the church. It's one of the oldest churches here and it's very beautiful, very quaint, and it's very Florida, it's very Tampa.
And you guys, so we got to go out there and support, all you guys out there, Salsanerds, come and support, because this is cool, this is important, and this is also a culture that we don't want it to die away. And unfortunately, what I see is I see a lot of people that don't know about bomba, never even heard of it, and then some people think that they know, but they don't really know the aspects of real bomba. So if you really want to know the real deal, you got to come over here. You got to come and check out my girl Jessica. And really she's tremendous. I mean, you guys got to come to the classes. It was awesome. You were saying something about the percussion that you're saying that is free if they come up.
Yes, any drummer that comes with their instrument, or anybody that knows how to play and wants to come and play, there's no charge to you. We provide beverages so that you can have something to drink and refresh, but it's a place for you to come and further develop and learn as well. We're all students, and I definitely need to learn more on drumming, so whatever you have that you can contribute is more than welcome here at any level.
Right on. Well, you heard it here. Salsanerds TV, Jessica Albino, Bomba Body, yo, you guys. All right, everybody. Salsanerds TV putting it down. Jessica Albino. See y'all later.